For the past decade, few players have come to embody their team quite like the Pistons' Isiah Thomas.
Throwing picks, 6'1", 180 pounds, Isiah Thomas of the University of Indiana.
Things that he had inside him, aren't usually abundant in this league.
When I was first drafted by the Pistons, everyone was moving towards the 6'9" Magic type of guard. And a little guy like me was never supposed to make a difference. They were wrong again.
It didn't take long for Isiah to become a basketball giant. His breathtaking skills made him an instant league-wide attraction. And to this day, he remains a perennial all-star. And all the while, he's maintained his love affair with the game and his flair for the spectacular.
He gets to shaking then, he likes to shake back and forth and get into his rhythm, and he really becomes a showman then.
Isiah has proven that he can be as deadly as he is dazzling.
And you look back at John Wall, but he did it with a smile on his face.
One thing playing against Isiah is that I hope and pray that he's not hitting the jump shot that particular night, because when he does, it's a long night.
When Isiah's in one of his famed grooves, watch out.
It's like he's in a different world than those other 9 players that's out there. He's just in a world by himself.
Here's Isiah. Let's see what we got. All the way up. Go!
His ability to seize the moment has become legend, and he has become one.
Talk about all the Pistons you want, baby. When it's heart, guts, and crunch time, the little guy is Mr. Special.
Spear screens for him. Thomas having trouble. Fires it up at the buzzer. Got it. The Pistons win it. Plenty of time to get a shot. 3 seconds. Plenty of time.
Delivering not only game-winning baskets, but also back-to-back championships to Detroit. Isiah has secured a place in basketball history and created the image of the perfect Piston.
Isiah's basically made the franchise, let's be honest. Basically, I've got to defer to him because he is the star, and he's the guy that runs the team on the floor.
We're not shooting this in the final second. If I make it, we win. If I miss it, we're going into overtime. I ain't giving them a chance to shoot it again.
When you've got a great leader, you better give him his head and let him lead the team, because he's probably going to do a better job than yours, unfortunately.
Let's go, Zeke. Thomas again for 3. He's amazing. When they go down and talk at the Hall of Fame, his name is right at the top of the list.
There are few who can rival Isiah's on-court brilliance. His Hall of Fame predecessor's one of them, a player for all ages. Pistol Pete Maravich was a basketball wizard that captivated anyone that ever saw him play.
Pete could do things with a basketball that I've never seen anybody do. He was, without question, one of the finest showmen. The ball was like a part of him. I mean, this man could do things with the basketball that were phenomenal. And above that, he could drive to the basket, shoot with either hand. He could shoot the outside shot, did things, through his legs, behind his back. You just never knew what Pete was going to do with the basketball. He was phenomenal.
Pistol was a guy who, ever since he was a kid, walked around with a basketball, dribbling it, bouncing it, practicing. So the skills that he had in terms of ball handling wasn't something that he was born with. It was something that he grew up as a kid doing. And the passes that he made and the things that he did out on the court are things that players still today can't do. And if he came along in today's era, he'd be probably $3 million basketball player, easy.
Despite Pistol's many mesmerizing performances, Maravich is not the most prolific scoring guard in NBA history. That title's held by a guard who also is the only player to average a triple-double over an entire season. Can you name this backcourtman? The answer when we return here on NBA Action. The other backcourtman in NBA history is Oscar Robertson. The Big O amassed over 27,000 points during his 14-year career with the Cincinnati Royals and the Milwaukee Bucks. Our marquee matchup features two teams fighting hard to stay in the playoff picture. Chuck Person led his resurgent Indiana Pacers into New Jersey to face Kenny Anderson's Nets. And early in the game, Special K was putting on a show.
Look at Anderson did it by himself and gets the roll. Morris for three. Rebound McLeod, stolen away by Anderson. Oh, beautiful. He is alive, huh?
Indiana was having its problems with the rifleman off the mark. But the Pacers kept pace in the first half with hard work, as Detlef Schrempf hit the offensive glass, and Greg Dreiling came away with a hoop. Schrempf was flying high with a game-high 28 points. But Anderson sliced inside to give the Nets a three-point halftime lead.
Anderson with a pretty drive.
In the second half, the Nets came out running, looking to land a knockout punch.
Petrovic has Coleman ahead of the field.
Derek Coleman was everywhere as Jersey broke to a 17-point lead.
Oh, what a rebound there by Coleman. And the look to Petro. Gives to Bowie. Oh, beautiful.
But midway through the fourth quarter, the tide suddenly turned. Forcing turnovers, Indiana mounted a furious run as the missing Person resurfaced.
Person for three. Big hoop.
A disbelieving Bill Fitch watched his huge lead evaporate as Schrempf capped the comeback with 41 seconds left.
And Schrempf hits the basket to tie the ball game.
With the game tied at 101, the Nets' Drazen Petrovic got the call.
Petro buries it. And a bing. Big time.
Bob Hill's Pacers had one last chance to tie it, but this time Schrempf came up short.
Isolate Schrempf. Sam got his and the Nets with a 4-point victory over the Indiana Pacers.
Although Petrovic may have been hot against the Pacers, he couldn't match the pyrotechnics of this week's On Fire Brigade, led by the Bullet center Purvis Ellison. Never nervous Purvis calmly destroyed the Hawks. He averaged 27 points and 15 rebounds in 2 games against Atlanta.
What nice athletic ability. Look at him just stretch out and dunk that home. Looks like a long guard.
And he hammered home his point against Denver.
Ellison on a slam.
Also on fire was the Suns' Kevin Johnson, who took the Phoenix offense into his own hands, knifing through defenders at will. KJ's hot hand produced 33 points a game last week, including 38 against the Clippers.
Rebound, the outlet to KJ. He gets it back and slam dunk. Kevin is just so tough. I've never seen him play any better than this. He has 38.
Finally, Charlotte's star rookie Larry Johnson let nothing or no one stand in his way en route to a phenomenal week. Spearheading a Hornet hot streak, Johnson stung Denver for a career-high 34 points.
Nice pass.
I'm running out of room on the scorecard.
Folks in the middle to the trailer. Johnson for the double. Baby, 48.9.
When it comes to rating the dunks and blocks of the week, no one beats In Your Face. This week's Inside Look, we learned that the art of shot blocking can be a nasty business.
Well, when you block a guy's shot, it's just like dunking in his face. You just disrespected him.
Around the alley, blocked by the mailman. When a guy comes through the lane, you want to send a message that he doesn't belong there.
He blows right by Anderson. What a block by Sam Bowie.
You want to have at least 4 or 5 block shots a night.
Again, the Knicks trying to break. Sixers got back. It's McDaniel rejected.
A disarming presence. The NBA's all SWAT team can come at you from every direction.
Manning down the middle, puts it up on his block. Fly swatted out of bounds by Barkley.
It's like a big juice of energy, like somebody push your electricity button, and it gives you a lift.
You know, you block those shots and intimidate guys, and they start pumping the ball a lot, start walking. Then we get easy baskets, then we get a big lead.
With being a shot blocker, a lot of it's pride, defensive pride. You never want to see the other team score.
Another great Dudley with a great block.
But for some, desire just isn't enough to be the best on the block.
I firmly believe that it's a God-given ability in the sense that you can't take a guy and go out and work on drills that's going to teach him how to block shots. A lot of us have a sixth sense to judge when to leave our feet and when to stay on the ground.
I try and screw up other teams' offense by making guys commit to something, cutting down their options, so to speak. And I think that you're just as effective of a shot changer as you are a shot blocker.
When you shoot the ball one time and you get your shot blocked, and you shoot it again and you get it blocked again, then people start laughing.
Chris Forciani is into the game for Orlando. Here's a block. Shoot another one. Another one. Another one. How about that sequence?
The NBA's premier shot blockers stand the tallest when their devastating weapon can alter the course of a game.
Time winding down. Tough shot. Blocked out of bounds. Scottie Pippen. 3 seconds remaining.
20 seconds to go. Marley with a backdoor pass for Johnson, rejected by Ewing. Only 11 seconds to go. Harper comes across the timeline. Harper feeds it crosscourt, heading down the lane. Yes! Law gets it. Douglas ahead to Rice. Rice in the open court. Yes!
The prototypical shot blocker normally comes in the form of an imposing 7-footer. But in this week's magic moment, we go back to Game 3 of the 1989 Finals, when a much smaller man was responsible for one of the biggest blocks of all time.
The Lakers are down hopelessly by 5. Rivers is fouled immediately by Isiah. And Chuck Daly is really mad at Isiah because this gives the Lakers a chance to get back in the game.
As David Rivers coolly sank both free throws, cutting the lead down to 3, the Pistons suddenly found themselves in a precarious position.
Listen, here's what we want. Listen, get in here.
After yet another Detroit turnover, the Lakers had the ball and a chance to tie. Detroit needed a big stop, and Joe Dumars knew what had to be done. Or did he?
First of all, I screwed up on the play.
LA's ball. Pistons 113, Lakers 110. Cooper from midcourt.
I saw the ball coming into David. I said, oh, my God, I messed up.
To Rivers, he'll try a triple left corner, blocked by Dumars. He saved it to Lambeer. What a play by Joe!
You know, I could try to sit here and explain, oh, he was a great player, and I knew this and I knew that, but I'd be lying if I said that.
Here's Hardaway. Hornacek, the drive, got whacked. Lays it in. Oh, my. Oh, he made it. It's good.
Get ready, because the most incredible plays of the week are coming at you.
5, 4, 3, 2.
In our courtside countdown. At number 10, Mitch Richmond left the Spurs shaking their head.
An impossible shot by Mitch Richmond. Gets in the way of Richmond. He throws it back up over his head and in the basket. That was something.
Number 9, you can't beat this price as Mark sinks the Knicks.
Clock is down to 1. Price fired. Oh! A three-pointer in desperation converted by Mark Price.
Tate George has arrived in New Jersey and in the countdown.
In the lane, it's to fire it up. Whoa, on a wing and a prayer. You do need a little help. Some divine intervention.
Number 7 this week, on Broadway, the Knicks' Patrick Ewing was a one-man show with Charles Oakley in a supporting role.
From the field. Ewing from Oakley. That's a spectacular sequence for Patrick Ewing.
And Sarunas Marciulionis had this scoop for the Lakers.
On the way, lay it up and score! What a shot, Marciulionis.
That was nice.
At number 5, Jordan doesn't have to score to be spectacular.
Behind the back, Pippen. What a play! What a play! Pippen was just going to beat a trailer. He cleared out.
For Hardaway, it was one of those nights when everything falls.
What a shot! What's the foul? Oh, brother.
And if you like that move, you'll love this one by Isiah Thomas.
That. See, and that's not the one from Cabin Creek. Great goal.
Number 2, Gerald Wilkins got the deuce, but this is not the way he planned it.
How did that go in the basket, Bruce?
Finally, our play of the week. Mark Eaton gets a rejection, but the Rockets get the last laugh.
With a block shot, and the ball goes in off the floor.
Is this the Jazz against the Rockets, or is this the Harlem Globetrotters against the Washington Generals?
He couldn't make that shot again in a month.